What's up, guys? Today I'm giving you my top 5 recommendations for control paddles. If you're someone who likes to dink, block, reset, or just overall not be that aggressive, then this list will be perfect for you. If you guys are planning to pick any of these up, I have discount codes for all of them in the description or throughout the video. That'll just help you save some money on your order. If you want to check out full reviews for most of these paddles, I will also have those linked down in the description. In number 5, we have a paddle I didn't think I would be recommending anymore. But when it comes to control, durability, and top class warranty, it's impossible to look past the Selkirk Vanguard 2.0 line. The biggest drawbacks to the Vanguard line of paddles is that in 2023, the spin is honestly just terrible. Coming in at 1150 RPM, there are paddles in the market that almost double this. The other drawback is the price of $200. Overall, the price to performance ratio is pretty low on this line of paddles. However, the two biggest pros are that you get a lifetime warranty, and Selkirk is known for having the most generous warranty policy in pickleball. You also get a top tier control paddle. There are still a number of higher level players in my area that love these paddles, and every single time it blows my mind. But honestly, it's hard to deny how good the control is on these. So if you're someone who doesn't care about spin, then honestly, yeah, these paddles are pretty good still. The other pro is you do have a variety of shape options with the Vanguard line. They have the S2, Epic, Invicta, Omni, Mach 6, and Maxima shapes, which should make it easy to find something that fits what you want. I definitely believe this is the lowest price to performance paddle in this list, but if you don't care about spin, value a good warranty, and solid durability, it's hard to look past the control of the Vanguard line. In number 4, we have the UDAF Apex Pro. This is UDAF's standard shaped Gen 1 raw carbon fiber paddle. It has a low swing weight, so it's very fast in the hand. The twist weight is high, which makes it a stable paddle, and it gets 1800 RPM, which is plenty of spin for the average player. And best of all, it has an $89 price tag, and with a discount code, it's even cheaper. It doesn't have any mind-blowing technology, but for the price, it does its job fantastic. If you're in search of a standard shaped paddle that's great for control, I don't think it gets much better than this for the price. In number 3, we have the Yola Scorpius. This paddle has a lot of really nice things going for it. First, it's a 16x8 paddle, which gives you two great things. One, it has a lower swing weight, so the speed in your hand is very fast, as well as giving you a nice big sweet spot, which is great to have for a control-oriented paddle. The combination of these two things makes this a very fun paddle to use. It's no surprise that this paddle would be great for control when it's Colin John's signature paddle, and he's one of the best right-sided players in the world and resets like an absolute monster. The only thing I would note is that they advertise that this paddle has a 5.25 inch handle length, but the only reason for that is because they just don't wrap the grip as high as they could. If you wrap it up to the regular usable area of the handle, it's actually 5.5 inches like the Perseus. So keep that in mind in case a longer handle is important or a deal breaker for you. In second place, we have the Selkirk Labs Project 003. This was one of my favorite paddles in 2022. I still think to this day it's one of the best control paddles you can buy and has such a satisfying feel. The major downside to the 003 is that it costs $333. Two of the paddles in this list are half the price or even a third of the price. So this is really for someone where money is not a factor. If it is, I would probably push you towards some of the other options in this list. If you do decide to purchase one, I would highly recommend adding lead tape. Most people I know added lead tape from the throat up the sides of the paddle to help give it more stability and open up the sweet spot. I did the same thing and enjoyed this paddle much more after doing that. I think you realize this paddle's full potential after you add lead. The last thing I would warn is that I have seen pictures floating around online of the production version of the 003, so if you're interested in the upgraded or production model of the 003, you may want to wait. However, I don't know the release date of this paddle. It could be a week, it could be several months, but I thought I'd give you guys a warning because this paddle is expensive and it would suck to buy it now and then have the new one come out shortly after. In number 1, we have the Vatic Pro Prism again. This paddle is number one for a few reasons. One, the price tag is highly appealing. It's $100 and it's actually $90 if you use discount code PBStudio. Not only that, but it's a top tier paddle even despite its price. Resets are an absolute breeze. You get two shape options, the V7 or the Flash, and you're basically going to choose one of those based on the hand speed that you want. The Flash has a swing weight of 114 and the V7 is 128. And just so you know, 128 is really, really high. That's nearly identical to the original Hyperion, which gave people a lot of elbow issues or people just found it too slow with the net. I can confirm that it does feel sluggish, but I was still able to use it. I was just a little slower. And honestly, for probably 90% of you, I would recommend the Flash. One of the things that makes the Prism more appealing than other paddles in a similar price range is that it does have the edge foam injected into it, which makes the sweet spot feel a little bit better than paddles that don't. So while there are paddles that are pretty comparable for the same price, the edge foam does give it that small edge, I think. It's really hard to beat the Prism when it's going for such a low price. When you compare the Prism to a Scorpius, you can buy 2.5 Prisms, or against a 003, you could buy 3 of them. All of the paddles in this list have small things that make them cater to a specific type of player. But the Vatic Pro Prism is the one that is easiest for me to recommend overall because of its price to performance ratio. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my top 5 paddles for less than $100.